Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit. We're in the 3.5 Monster Manual, and today we're on the Magman. The Magmin is a small-sized fire elemental, and they're basically like tricksters who just go around and set stuff on fire. Everything within them, 20 foot of them, can burst into flames. If a weapon hits them, it has to succeed on a save or melt, and anything they touch takes an extra 1d12 damage if they don't pass a save. So they're just little silly fire people. So what I've done is I've got the bases that I use for size small here. So let's get that going. Alright, so how I do this kind of stuff is I just get some baking soda. To get started, and then I have some parts here that we can use. I thought we could steal some feet from this guy. Let me get some snippers out here. I didn't grab my snippers. I thought we could steal this guy's feet because we already used his hands for another project. That's kind of like a part spend specialty here this morning. So they're a little cartoony and silly looking. Then I have this toad guy who's got a smile on his face, and I thought we could steal his head. Wow, that's a sturdy head. And then he had some hands we could take. Then I kind of like the shape of his torso too, but I'm going to be snipping off these weird little, whatever those were, and I'm going to take off this like jester thing around his neck. Because I'm not sure how we can make that work as part of the mini. All right, I'm just going to take his arm off and we'll put it back on because that piece is on there pretty good. And we'll snip off the bottom of his legs, his feet, because they're and then you could make your own limbs for him too. Honestly, it wouldn't kill you to do that, but I didn't. So what I want my Magman to do is to have his arm kind of going up. Oops, can't get it. Then I wanted to use that same head, but we're going to have to do some snipping on the back of it to make it work. And then we want to reattach his hands. We want to make sure we take off any of those little silly parts of that like jester crap he had. I think that is his right hand, maybe? Okay. I'm just going to get a dab of glue and put that on there. And I'm going to put a dab of glue here on this hand. Doesn't even matter if you use a little extra. Just snipping those parts out of his hands and taking that part off his head shrunk him immensely. I'm kind of surprised at how much it shrunk him. I'm going to steal these feet. Something like that, maybe. Then I'm going to get a little bit of baking soda. Where his feet are going to sit. Nice. Crap. Gag. Okay, so everywhere he needs to have some kind of texture like he's on fire, and that's kind of like the deal. So what we want to do is we want to add some little bit of texture with the glue. And we want to be careful. We don't want to get too much on here because we can drag it around and make lines in it later, and he's very small. We're going to get that +2. No, we use minor burning hands real quick. We're just going to use this spell a couple times to get rid of some of the spider webs and to get a look at what's going on with him. Alright, so I think the smart thing to do at this point would be to hit these joints. And sturdy him up. And then we're going to want some little wispies to come off him. So what I think we can do is just get a couple little pieces of plastic and make some V's with a knife. Some just like crazy little... And we can use this to do little wispy flames off of him. We just want a couple. We don't want to go overboard. We'll put one on his arm here. Just like that. And try to make it go straight up and down the best we can. And we'll make one more and maybe put it on his shoulder or something. We'll look and see where it can go. We don't want to go overboard. He's a small model, so if we add too much silliness to him, you could end up coming back and making it hard to work. Okay, so we'll let those cool for a second, and then we'll get any weird bubbles and drag a little bit of that glue up onto the actual flame looking thing. And I'm just going to hit it with the minor burning hand spell again. I know you guys love it when I use magic, so I don't want to take that away from you. You know, some of these, you don't really need magic. You could just grab them with a toothpick easily, but I like to use the magic just because I want to bring joy into your lives. Okay, now I'm just going to go back through here and add a little more flame texture in some spots. Nothing too major. Just where I think it could really benefit from it. Don't forget there's a little bit of flame texture under that baking soda, but it's not going to show great at that point once you add that baking soda. So. Okay, we're going to hit him with the minor burning hand spell and get rid of the spider webs. Then we're going to paint him real quick. And to paint him, do I have a gray? No, I don't. Alright. I have white over there, I think. Here's white. I'm going to bomb him in white real quick, and then we'll come back and paint him up. So give me a moment here. I'm just stepping away. This is a quick paint. Quick job. He's bombed him with white with a rattle can. Ended up not needing all the parts we pulled out. That was cool. Seems like when I first started, I didn't really have anything. I just would yank stuff and start making as I went. And now that I've been doing this for a while, I kind of like go through my boxes for a minute or two and grab some stuff. I'm getting smarter. Not much smarter, but I am getting smarter. All right, so let's take a look at this dude. If you have speed paints, that is the fastest way to paint this guy. But let's look at his base first. Let's get the base browned up. And we might have to come back and do some touch-ups on that. I just shoved that brush in my mouth and got it good and wet. And then we don't want to paint his feet. We want those to stay white. And depending on what pose you wanted to do, you could easily just grab a halfling and add some flames to it, or a goblin and add some flames to it, maybe snip his ears down. I mean, there are a ton of things you could use to make your little size small Magmin. If you didn't have the exact parts I had, it really won't kill you, you know. I just use what I have on hand. I try not to go out, with the exception of the dragon I did, I don't like go out looking for special parts for a project. I didn't have a big dinosaur like a big quadruped. And then I found out I actually had tons because my little boys were like, you can have all this. We don't play with this stuff. But at the time, I didn't know. And I went out and bought, at the Dollar Tree, I bought a bat and a dinosaur. But you don't need to go out and buy special stuff. Most of the time, if you have a parts bin and you have some hero clicks or some miniatures that you don't care if you destroy them, you're going to be able to do what you want to do. Now, I didn't clean out my rinse water, so we're going to have to use speed paints because I just realized that. All right, so we're going to hit him with a +2 hot air gun and burning. I'm going to throw this in my parts bin. Boop. I'm going to throw these in my parts bin. Boop. That's where they came from anyways. Everything in this project came from the parts bin. Okay. And since we already have this plastic out, we'll just use this. And I'm going to get my yellow speed paint. I'm just going to put some in this crack over here. I'm going to use that same brush that I just used. For people that tell me that speed paints are not worth the money, if you only use them as they're designed to be used, sure. I guess you can send paints out and make up wash every time and do whatever you want to do. But man, for like stuff like this, or when I did that, I don't even remember. There was something else I did, and I was like, oh man, speed paint saved the day on this. It's just, there are times where I feel like speed paints are just irreplaceable. I can't imagine there was a time, for 25, 30 years that we didn't have them, and we just painted. I love speed paints. I think they're amazing. All right, assuming that we stopped right there and did nothing else, that is a pretty good little Magman. Okay, that right there, that could work. That's good. We could stop and we could be, hold on, let me get, you could stop right there and be, oh, there's some white showing. Okay, besides the white, let me get a little more paint and hit that white. Okay, besides, that right there, that could be your Magman, easily. It's all you need right there. He is good. He is done. I do want to make mine a little schmancier. That's because I just have ideas of how I want to do business. So now I'm going to hit him with a +2 hot air gun and burning real quick. And I am not drying him completely out, just, a good bit of the way out. And I'm going to get orange. Just a tiny bit. And I'm going to go in here on some of these top parts and just touch that orange. because he's Magma Man, you know, a Magmin, not just fire. And I feel like there should be some cooler areas that maybe aren't as bright, and they're going to be kind of orange, is my thought. And I'm not a master of knowing all this stuff, so you know, I could be wrong. And I'm happier with the way he looks already. Now, what I'd like to do is to get like a mid-tone brown and just do a little touching around on his base. That's just, you know, just for my own peace of mind. I'm going to do some lightening up. And then, in theory, I figure he's going to reflect some on the ground. So what I'm going to do, just to make this craft unnecessarily longer, because who doesn't want to just add time for no reason and do things that aren't necessary? I'm going to first with an orange. Maybe I'll use a darker orange, really. With this orange and a piece of cardboard and just a small fanned cheapy brush. Get a little bit of that orange. I'm going to wipe a fair bit of that off. I'm going to drag that around on the ground. Because I do assume that the ground would lighten up some from this guy, you know, giving off heat. Even if it was just dirt or mud or grass that he had burnt to a crisp and left nothing behind. I think that's what would happen. And I'm going to get this lighter orange. I'm going to do the same thing. Then I'm going to get this yellow. And with the yellow, I'm just doing it sporadically. And I don't think it's showing up as much as I had wanted it to, or it's as vivid as I wanted to. Maybe I should have done some more with that orange starting out, really, to get the effect I wanted. And then last but not least, I'm going to get a little bit of this ivory. Which is like a yellowish white. Get it on that a little bit. There we go. And then just little like imperfections on the base where like the baking soda sticks up a little bit or whatever. And there's some rougher spots. I'm just going to hit that whiter with the whiter stuff. Okay. I'm just trying to capture the fact that this guy's giving off a glow is all I'm trying to do. Get in here and really lighten this up a lot if you wanted to. Alright, so that's it. That's my Magmin. Here, I'll grab the book because I do that. Put my restored super brush away, that size 3 Doom brush. Doom 3. I can't believe that brush is such garbage, and I love it so much. I don't even know why I started using it. It was purple, and it was really cheapy, and it had cracks in the paint already when I got it. And there's the Magmin in the book. There's our Magmin. I think he captures what we want him to. He's not evil. You know, he's just a little chaotic chaotic neutral fire elemental who just runs around laughing and bursting shit into flames. I mean, come on. You hate to kill him because he's funny, but you can't let him run loose. So that's him. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon. Leave me a comment. I do like the comments. Come to the website, buy some minis if you'd like to. We'd appreciate that greatly. And join our Discord. Show us what you're crafting. Show us what you're painting. Show us what your terrain you're working on. Play some RPs with us. Play video games with us. Just BS, there are people in our Discord that are sharing crafts that are not miniature specific, and it's actually really cool to see all the neat things people are doing with their spare time. It's very impressive how many different things people can do. They can crochet and carve wood and just do all these amazing things, and we love seeing all that. And if you're a crafter or an artist in some form, why don't you come hang out with us and show us what you can do. Hey, I'm also looking for someone that can help me. I can't afford a decent artist for the Tomorrow Comes Doom book. And if there's anybody that wants to help out with that artwork, I really need it, because we want to get this book out so everybody can be playing Tomorrow Comes Doom for an affordable price. So we're trying to make it so it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. The new D&D books are $60 a piece. I'm trying to have all three of those books combined into one. I had aimed for $30. It looks like because of how much it costs to print and stuff, it's going to be about $40. But it's going to be your Monster Manual, Dungeon Master Guide, Player Handbook all in one. And we're trying to hit that $40 price point. So I need an artist to help us out. Seriously, not because I want to get rich. It's because I'm trying to keep the price point down so that people can get it inexpensively and have a good role-playing book where they don't have to keep buying a new edition every year, and where they don't have to keep jumping through hoops or going online to get stats, or, you can use any miniatures and any terrain. I just want it to be very broad, and the rules are set up so that you can kind of do whatever you want to do. And I just want people to be able to role play. That's the goal. That's what this is all about. I want people to be able to afford to have what they want to have and do the things they want to do. That's how this all starts, and that's how it all finishes. So thanks for watching.